So, Mitch, welcome to Table Talk.
Thank you. It's nice to be here.
So, question number one. I don't have any kids, so I'm not dealing really with this on the front lines other than I have my wife who is an educator. So she is doing the whole distance learning thing and everything else. But if I'm a parent and I'm at home with a school-aged kid, how do I help them deal with not being able to go to school, having to deal with doing distance learning, and then just the situation at hand, in general?
Okay. Well, when you explain the situation to them, you don't want to sugarcoat it for them. You want to be honest with them. Tell them what's happening. You want to let them know that you are there to protect them. But you want, I'm sorry, I'm messing this up.
That's okay. There's no mess ups here. I mean, just go with your thought train that you got going on. You're okay. You're good. I mean, it is what it is. This is live in today. So just continue down the line. If you lose your train of thought, we'll just get right back on it.
Okay.
So we're
like
not
I said,
sugarcoating it. We're not
sugarcoating it. You want to tell them the truth about what's going on, and you want them to feel empowered. So you want to teach them how to wash their hands properly, how to protect themselves, how to put a mask on, so that they feel that they can do for themselves and they know how to protect themselves from what's going on.
So is it good to have a routine for the day, or should it just be a free-for-all?
It depends on your family structure, really, but children thrive on routine. They don't always act like they want it, but they want it. So you want to, if it fits within your family, to establish a regular routine with them. You want to get up at a regular time, a certain time. Do their distance learning if that's what they're doing in their particular school district, and most school districts are doing some type of distance learning. Take time out for exercise, go for walks, do some mindful walking. Have meals at a regular time, and just provide that routine that they're missing when they're not in school. Because when they're in school, they get up at a certain time, they go to school, they're there for a certain number of hours, they have lunch at a certain time, and then they're out and they have their afternoon routines. So you want to maintain those routines as much as possible at home.
So along with the routine, what else would you suggest for the adults to do to help the kids kind of, I don't want to call it de-stress, but not be stressed?
Well, again, do family activities, take walks. You can do a family circle. It's sort of like a family meeting where you talk about some of the positive things that have happened during the week, some of the humorous things that have happened during the week, so you can get a laugh. You can also share one or two things that have been on your mind since school has been closed, because they have worries. They don't always express them, so you give them an opportunity to express them, get those worries out. Have them share something, anything else that they might be feeling stressed or anxious about. And also talk about ideas with them about how they can manage their stress. Let them come up with some ideas. Maybe the walk isn't going to do it for them. Maybe the video game is.
Okay.
So let them come up with some things that they would like to try doing to de-stress. And you can suggest some things as well during that family circle meeting.
So as an adult, what should I be doing for myself during this time?
Same things, really. Keep to a routine. Now, if your job allows you to work from home, you've got some of that built in already, because you got to get up and you got to do your work, at home. And
Do you suggest like everybody else, the phrase get suited and booted, so that you're not in your Zoom meetings in your pajamas and things like that? Do you suggest getting up, having breakfast, getting dressed, maybe not in a full, three-piece suit or a suit and tie as if you were going to work, but maybe something a little more business casual?
You can, and it depends on what your work requires. Personally, if I were doing it, if my work allowed me to be very casual, I would stay casual. I wouldn't get myself all suited up, but I would stick to a routine. I would make sure that I'm, taking breaks, because sometimes we can be sitting at our computer and get all caught up in what we're doing and, blow right through lunch. Make sure you get off that computer, have some lunch, go out and take a walk if you can, find some time, or maybe 15 minutes of stretching exercises before you get back on the computer, because this constant computer work is also very stressful. Not just stressful on the eyes, but just stressful in general, because we're trying to make this either the distance learning work or the distance, work, working from home work. And, there's glitches, and it can get very stressful, and maybe you're not working as efficiently as you would like to. So, still stick to routines. And when the day is over, when the work day is over, it's over. Stop. Do the normal things that you would do when you come home from work, whatever that would happen to be.
Yeah, I was in a meeting yesterday or the day before, and that was one of the topics of discussion was the disconnecting from work, even though you're still at home and you worked from home. So having that morning routine, whether it be you get up and you go exercise and then you come in, you do some work, having a lunch break still, whether it be 30 minutes or an hour, but it's stepping away from what you're doing, you're relaxing, enjoying your lunch. And then, at the end of the day, when it's 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, whatever it is, your work day ends, shutting it down and then doing those things that you would normally do, like you were saying, when you get home, interacting with your kids, interacting with your pets if you have them.
Right. Take the dog for a walk.
Your spouse, exactly. All of those things that you would normally do.
Right.
So.
Right. It's very easy, I think, when you're at home, working from home, and you reach the end of the day, sometimes to just keep going just a little more to get, that little extra done, because you're right there, but you really need to stop. You need to give yourself a break.
Yeah, I do a lot of work from home, and that is one of the things that I kind of do. My routine was always kind of when my wife came home from work or at the end of her school day and came home from teaching. That was kind of the end of my work day too, and kind of wrapped it up. And it is a little harder now that, we're both here and we're both working from home. I notice I tend to drift a little later into, time and so forth. But other than that, I'm with you on that. I think having a hard cutoff of, hey, it's 5 o'clock, it's 6 o'clock, I'm done, time to go, time to do. Do you suggest the same thing for the kids also, that as they're going through their day and through their routine, to kind of have a hard cutoff where it's like, okay, school time's over, now it's time to go play the video game, it's time to go outside and play, it's time to go walk the dog, it's those types of things.
Exactly.
That's cool. What other things do you suggest that we do, either as individuals or families, or however you want to phrase it, in order to keep ourselves a little on the healthy side. You know, I see it all the time. A lot of people find themselves going to the refrigerator a little more during during
Right.
during this time and things like that. So, what other things do you suggest that we do to not only keep ourselves somewhat physically healthy but mentally healthy as well?
Eat well, exercise. You know, get out there and do your regular exercises. If you're somebody that meditates, continue your meditating routine. If you're not somebody that meditates, maybe that's something you want to get into. Because this is a very stressful time, not just for the kids, you know, but for the adults too. I mean, we're with our spouses, you know, all day, which we're not used to. We're with our kids all day, which we're not used to, and it can be very stressful. So you want to take time out for yourself.
Great. Yeah, I noticed that a lot of the major gyms and different fitness clubs in the area are doing a lot of online,
Yes.
you know, classes, whether it be cardio, whether it be yoga. I even saw a meditation one the other day out there too. So it's out there. Definitely, you know, do that as well. And like you said, eat healthy. I have noticed that since I'm quarantined, I am eating a lot healthier than I was before.
Same
Because
here. Yes.
a lot of us that work are on the road a lot of times, and it's a quick sandwich here or a quick something there. And we all know that, you know, at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, sometimes we don't make the best choices for lunch.
Yeah, exactly.
A lot of us choose the burger over the salad every day.
Mm-hmm.
So you know, I have noticed that that healthier eating is easier to do in this situation, because you do have a little more time to say, hey, you know what, I'm going to take the time to make a decent lunch today, and not have all that other stuff. Well, Mitch, I thank you very much for coming on Table Talk and being part of this great new show that we got going on. You are more than welcome to come back anytime and share with us tips and ideas on how to help our kids stay mentally healthy and how to keep ourselves mentally healthy as well. I appreciate it. Thank you. And
Thank you.
Enjoy the rest of your day.
You as well.